Hey, Soul Survivors, feel free to share your topic request. This request is about open relationships. So we're going to get into it. So they just said they want to know about open relationships. So I'm going to cover as many aspects of it as I can. Now, we have to really analyze why it is that we want an open relationship. Because when you start opening the door to that, a lot of those relationships fall apart. There's going to be jealousy or temptation, maybe seeing or feeling that the grass is greener on the other side instead of nurturing the relationship that you have with that one person. What is it that you're curious about? Why do you want to open it up? Is your partner on board with that? Because it keeps it at a more superficial level. And also, there's going to be strains on the communication. People might start hiding things. They might start developing feelings for a different person. So a lot of times it destroys that core relationship. Some people do it because it's, in their eyes, fun and lighthearted, but it is not allowing the deep connection. Sometimes people might feel that they're not good enough for their partner. They might agree to it, but not really be on board with it. So if somebody is asking you to do that, it's not what you want. You have to be true to yourself. So don't ever do anything that you're not comfortable with. So is it like a sex addiction? And or are you seeking like an ego stroke that so many people want you? And it goes deeper than just the sexual aspect of it. There's also opening up the door to diseases or pregnancies, which can further complicate the situation. Not everybody is truthful. And I even talked about, a friend of mine who had told me that he had contracted something and they were using protection, or I'm sorry, he had something that he was honest, they used protection, she still got it. So there's really no foolproof method. So a monogamous relationship will keep you safer in that aspect. It will allow you to have a deeper connection, a true connection. And, where are we spending our money? Are we spending our money on dates with just random people? I noticed you said open relationships instead of polyamorous. Polyamorous is where it's kind of like a true connection. It still filters or clouds the waters a little bit, opens the door to some hurt feelings or destruction. It's really hard for those kind of relationships to survive long term. So just be aware of that you might be rocking the boat and not even realizing it, to live in the moment instead of developing the future. So as far as, is it like an insecurity? You don't know how to do certain things. And instead of talking to your person, you're putting that off so you can watch and learn techniques. Uh, you know, are you afraid that you're not up to performing? What is the core reason behind the desire for an open relationship? Because um, it could be something is missing from the relationship. It could be the fact that you are searching for dopamine. And, if you're searching for dopamine, that's where a lot of like toxicity type stuff comes in. Are you a porn addict and you're trying to like live out some things? Because, porn addiction and things like that can damage your brain, and it can also damage the relationship. So, it might sound fun and exciting, but there's so many negatives to it. And we have to understand why are we willing to share? Why do we feel we're not good enough for a monogamous relationship? Um, and you know, what's missing in our life, or what is causing us to feel certain ways? Because some of it could be self-esteem, that we need that ego boost, or we need to feel loved. Where does that come from? And that's the core wound. I know a lot of SA victims will either be completely shut down or promiscuous, or use their body a lot. And, we have to heal that. And when we're searching to fill that void, sometimes that void has to come within us. And those relationships, for one thing, they're probably more expensive. And they are not stable, because you're going, if you get in a fight with somebody else, you're like, screw it, I can just go with this person. Are you also hoping that it's only going to be, if you're a guy, you just want it with two extra girls, you want the treatment, but are you really understanding that if it's completely open, that she's allowed to do what she wants to do? Are there certain limitations? Can she have a 3/4 with guys? But how open do you want people to be about this? And what is that going to do to your self-esteem over time? It might seem exciting, but just like in the dating world, the more you date, the more opportunities to be rejected. So you bring somebody in and that one person leaves, and you're going to be like, what didn't they like about me? And so you're going to have a lot more breakups too. And it's taking away from the focus of building a life with someone. And some people just want to live in the moment, but there's so much more to life than that. And when we're with a true partner, we have a sense of security and safety, and the more you invest in something, the more pride you have in it. And when you're not investing in that core relationship, if you want to try something new, you're not talking with your partner. They might be open to it, but you're searching elsewhere. And, the respect, if your person isn't into something, do you love them enough to stay with them? Because it's the person you should be connecting with, not their little talents in the bedroom. Where's where is this coming from? And is that going to lead to fulfillment? A lot of times it's just a moment in time. A lot of people regret it, or they're just moments in time instead of a true love. So is that person going to stick around forever? Are they just into one night stands? With swingers, are you ever going to see the person again? To be that vulnerable, to risk things for strangers? Do we love our bodies enough to, keep them sacred for the person that we want a life with? And there's all these stages throughout our life that we go through, and sometimes we're just kind of down and out looking for something exciting. But connect with yourself. There's other things in life that are exciting, that will be fulfilling, that won't lead to the same kind of heartache that an open relationship would lead to. And to risk all that and to keep it superficial. Are you emotionally unavailable? It's easy to have one night stands. It's easy to go person to person. It's difficult to stay in a committed relationship, but that's where the fulfillment comes from. That's where the purpose comes from. And when you're, investing in tons of other people, you're going to have little pieces all over. And we have to talk about the soul ties. When you have a soul tie with somebody, so you're with your partner, but then you're gonna be like, why didn't she do this? Or why didn't he do that? Or, that was nice, but I want to get freaky with this person. And it's gonna cause, and then what if that person's not available? And on, to where open relationships sound like, the epitome of like fun, but they're actually the destruction of the future you deserve. So one-on-one are available, topic requests, and I hope that was helpful. You deserve a true relationship, true stability, and that deep connection. When you have that deep connection, there's nothing like it, with or without sex. The deep connection is the love that we're all searching for. It's not in the physical realm. I hope that was helpful.